Hey everybody, Tapper here, finally making a new video. This one is for my fellow retro gamers out there. As you probably know, the Sega Saturn was famous for having a really great control pad, very responsive D-pad, a terrific 6-button layout, great for fighting games, great for 2D games in general, and I think most or many gamers would agree, one of the best controllers in history. So this company, Retrobit, recently came out with officially licensed, I don't know if I would necessarily call them reproductions, but pretty close to reproductions of those original controllers. It's based on specifically the Japanese version of those controllers, and that's what I have here in front of you today. There are two basic versions of it. There's one that will actually work with Sega Saturn consoles, and then there's what you're seeing in front of you, which is the USB version, and that'll work with PCs, Macs, and Steam, as it says on the box. I gotta think it probably would also work with Raspberry Pis and Android for that matter. So a pretty versatile little controller. They go for $24.99 on Amazon, and the reason why I'm making this video is not to review it, but I will say I like it very much. I think it's a great controller. The D-pad is wonderful, takes minimal force to activate moves, nice buttons, and it's beautiful. It looks like a Saturn Pad. Just really good looking, good feeling, feels great in the hands. So would I recommend it? Yeah, I think it's a great pad. But what I wanted to do today is talk about some problems that I noticed people having. On Amazon reviews, I saw one or two people talking about how they were losing some of their directions on their D-pad. Well, I started experiencing something similar within a day or two of having mine. So I almost thought about sending it back, but then I thought, you know, wait a second, maybe it's something that can be fixed easily. So I opened it up, and sure enough, it is a really easy fix. It kind of blew my mind, and I've tried to reproduce the issue today. Hopefully I'm successful at it. So first of all, what you'll need to open it up is one thing, and that is a PH0 Phillips head. Okay, like you see here. Hopefully that's, you can get my camera to focus on that. There we go. So PH0. All right. There are 5 screws on the back of the controller. I've already removed 4 of them here, and there's just one left, so let me go ahead and undo that. These controllers are really simply constructed, so they're sometimes this one doesn't come out, but this time it did. They're really easy to open up, really easy to service, so if you're not the sort of person that usually likes to open your gaming devices up and trying to fix things yourself, well, let me tell you, anyone can do this. I am no expert. Anyone can do this one. It's so easy. So at this point, once you've got it like that, all you've got to do, pick this straight up, and you'll see a printed circuit board. This board will also come straight up. That's it. You're done. So as you can see, here are the contacts on the board. Let me go ahead and get my screwdriver here so I can use it to point with. So here are the contacts for the D-pad, for example. And you see these little black circles are what they close these circuits to tell the controller, you know, which direction you want to press. So when I first opened mine up to see what the potential problem was, I saw something like this here. So you see that little white piece of schmutz, this little tiny piece of paper that I put in there this time around. But when I first opened it up, there was some kind of little white material that was there. It looked something like this, and it was kind of getting stuck on the underside of this little black circle. I removed it, and my direction was back to normal. My D-pad was back to working perfectly. So, wow, I mean, you can't get easier than that. It's always nice when something turns out to be that easy to fix, right? So if you have that problem, I highly recommend, before you send it back and give up on the controller, open it up, clean out, you know, your contacts, maybe get a little compressed air on there, and then close it back up. Closing it up can be a little tricky, especially when you've got a camera in front of you, because you want to just line this board up into the holes here. There you go. And those shoulder buttons, they like to pop out too sometimes, so you gotta be a little careful. All right. There we go. All right, then just close it up. I'm not going to put all of the screws back in. That's not the most exciting thing to watch, but let me just do one. All right. And there you have it. And from that point on, I just went to my controller tester program. This app here is on the Windows Store. It's free. It works really nice. And there you can see all my directions working, all the buttons working. And that's about it. It's really that simple.